What's going on, everybody? It's AmmaJamma here. Welcome to our live trading, live with AmmaJamma. I've got my Red Bull today. It's Tuesday. We're ready to trade. I'll be here every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, same time, same channel. And let's get right to it. Let me switch this. All right. Well, Roblox had some news in market open, about better than expected user results in December. To me, this is a double-edged sword. First of all, because I believe that it's not sustainable. If it was holiday volume, all kids are home from school, things like that. So, I'm taking with a grain of salt. However, this could kick a nice run up into market open today. So it's definitely one we watch. Let's pull up our top runners for the day. We've got CLXT. We were trading this pre-market as well. So we're just going to pop a couple lines on this chart, wait and see what happens over the next 15 minutes. You guys know the routine by now. Slightly bearish on this one going into market open. This is a pretty substantial bear flag, ascending wedge in my opinion here. So this is one I wouldn't be surprised we see break bearish out of this flag and then make that second attempt at a rip. Let me check the float on this one too, because that does matter. Okay, pretty small float here too. I'll take it. So this one could have a nice little rip at market open. Let's watch this upper trend line at the moment, see what happens, because I do believe if it breaks over this upper trend line, that'll be an impulsive move and come back down into the trend. Let's pop a couple more on. CYAD has been selling off since its rip Friday after hours. I think it was Friday after hours. No, it was at 4 o'clock a.m. Excuse me. I'm sorry about that. And then we pretty much pulled all the way back on this one. So really what we would watch on a stock like this at this point is a couple different things. We want to put a line at that low, the relative low, and then the most recent wick high. So these are two areas I'm watching here. So I would say for me, if we get some volume coming into market open and we could get a break and a hold over $1.70, say $1.70.71, which is 10% from where we're at now, granted, we could get a secondary run on this. A little bit more risky of an entry would be at this wick low here, this point here. So I'd say $1.52 is your riskier entry. $1.68 to $1.70 would be your safer entry on that. DCFC, another one. This one's these are the kind of pre-markets where it kind of creeps on up. All of pre-market, no incredible volume bursts, things like that. It's been since 6 o'clock. What I do like about this one, when you get that initial rip, because this one, it went from $1.54 all the way up to like 216. So we had a really nice 35% push, and then we had that picture perfect pullback. This one to me looks like it almost exactly pulled back to that golden fibs, where I say even if you miss that first push, your second push is the cleaner push. So I'm putting the fibs at the beginning of the run, not this little rinky-dink stuff before there was any news. I'm talking the beginning of the run, right where it is right now. And as you can see right here, this wick hit exactly off that golden fibs. And it ripped to a higher high. That's what we're looking for. It's not too late if you miss the initial run up on something. Watching for that second level is very important. Let's pop a couple lines on here. So for this one, honestly, we would want to see break over that high a day with a hold. And not just one candle, because as you guys saw last week, if you've been following me every day, those second candles, you could get that first wick candle and immediately come back down. We want to see it hold above that area for a little bit before we even touch it. NVCN is just trading sideways. This is obviously news, and it's just nothing. I don't even look at these. They end up trading sideways the whole day. It's not the volatility we're looking for. GNS was one, I believe Friday had a nice day too. Let's see here. Let me pop the 15-minute on this one. I'm curious to see. Okay, so these are the kind of charts you like to see here. There's a couple different things about these kind of charts that really put my eye on it. First of all, we have a teeny tiny cap, market cap. We're at 5 million here on the cap. That's exactly what we're looking for. Plus, we start to get, after a very long time of nothing. This is nothingness. This is no volume, just a bunch of nothingness. Small cap, no one's looking at it. Not even candles. There's not even enough volume to have relative candles. And then we start to get that volume coming in. We pop on this 4-hour chart here. Look at that volume. So what does that tell me? I'm popping on this 15-minute. This is 1A. You could see those halts, something like the HKD type stock where you could very, very likely see some halts, so on and so forth. For me, I am watching this wick right here. And I honestly, I 100% would take in a position over that wick if we hold it. I think this is one that could have some true impulsivity throughout the day today into tomorrow. This is what I like to see, as far as less of that scalping in and out 5 minutes, be on your shit type trade. This is much more the this is much more the could turn into like a longer term day trade. You're holding it, you're watching it, this type of thing. However, you have to be careful with these too, because if you get those halt ups, you could get halt down just as quickly. So I really, really am interested in the stock. I would say our riskier entry would be above 60.615, and then our safer entry would be like 0.645. This is what I'm definitely watching in the market open, just because of the float and what it's been doing lately. I'm not interested in this at all. This BTBT is another one, very, very interesting. With the crypto stocks, your BTBT type stocks, it's a two-pronged thing, because here's the reality. They gap up when crypto does well on a 3-day weekend. It gaps up. You might get a little bit out of it. And if the market starts to get really green and we get, a percent push on Bitcoin starts running green with the market, then you get a few percent off this. But the reality is, with the BTBT type stocks, you're not going to get that 50%, that 100%. You get 10, 15, 20% if you time it right. The market revs, good to go. Woo, these are the type of stocks, like Riot Mara, same thing. These are the type of stocks you want that position in through the weekend. If you're bullish on crypto, you wanted to take that position well before this. Bit mining, same thing. We gapped up, we're trading somewhat sideways. So for BTBT, I mean, obviously, depending on crypto and the market as a whole, but say $1.50, get 5, 6, 8% out of it. Nothing crazy, guys. It's nothing where I'm writing home about and watching that to actively take my trades, put it that way. Hold on. All right, let's check the SPY like we do every day after we go through those first couple. Here we go. All right. Remember, 15-minute, 2 weeks of the 15 minutes, what I like to look into before market open. But I think what is very, very substantial and meaningful about today, we have to put the daily on for. And that's where we're at. We've talked about it and talked about it and talked about it all year. If you're part of our Discord, we are sitting at that major point of confluence. What does that tell me? Major, major, major resistance, year-long resistance, almost to the day. This peak high, I think, was January 5th or January 6th of 2022, almost to the day, hitting that high again. What does that tell me? It tells me two things, guys. If we break this trend line, and give or take a buck on this, because this is a year-long trend line, it's not going to be exact. All right. But what it tells me is this. All right. Let's pop on that 15-minute. If we break this 399.10 and get into that $400 area, I truly, truly believe that we are going to hit 405 to 407 today or tomorrow. I think that we get that impulsive rip if we break, and that doesn't mean I believe we're breaking out of this downtrend of the last year. That simply means when we come close to these lines and we get those like this candle right here, we had that rip and we got immediate rejection. We came down, but that initial impulse move is going to be strong. And then we eat it right back. Of course, more times than not, I am neutral when it comes to believing whether or not it continues, whether we could break out of this downtrend. I don't think we can long term. However, and I've talked about this last night, I'm gonna get in a little bit of a lecture here. Don't be so convinced the market's going to be bearish that you miss clean bull runs. So many people like, market's coming down, watching for my put entry, watching for my put entry, watching for my put entry. Damn. Coinbase went 50% last week, and I was so convinced that we were going to hit our head on the ceiling and come down. I missed the cleanest bull run of the last 3, 4, 5 months. I mean, let's look at this. Let's be real. Let's look at this daily SPY chart. even this pullback here in a swing position, you scale out, you hold a little bit, this or that. I mean, we had a pretty stinking nice clean run from $378 to $400. That's a 5% push on the SPY for stocks like Coinbase, Roblox, Tesla, Disney. These ripped all week last week, guys. So, and I know this is a day trading focused stream, but it's something to please remember in your head is don't be so convinced a stock's going to go up or down that you're not adaptable on the fly. And that it does apply to live trading, and it does matter, and it is critical, and you have to be adaptable on the fly, guys. That's just the reality of it. That's something that we need to remember. So now, hold on. Sorry, I got a message. Okay. So let's go back to these stocks. We went over the SPY. So really what I'm looking at, I mean, independent of what the SPY does, the biggest thing we're looking at with the SPY, because we're dead on flat. Like we're within 10 cents flat from market close Friday. So we are in some indecision, but we didn't sell off. We didn't gap down over the weekend. That to me is sniffing bullish a little bit. Let's watch. Let's see if we get that impulsive break. Of course, once the market opens and 15 minutes into market open, we switch to the Discord where we live trade on the Discord options contracts. That's what we're looking for. That's where we get the nice money on. You could, like the banner said, you could always go to pbalers.com, use the code Amy30, get 30% off today. Try for a month. Invest in yourself for a month. You're investing in yourself. You're listening to me, but you're investing in you. You're not investing in me. So doing that for yourself is not a bad investment, guys. So let's go back to these day trades. Check these charts a little more. Pop that 1 minute on. All right. As you could see with this, we had that wick up. Kind of what we expected, exactly what we talked about 3 minutes ago. We could get that impulsive wick and then immediate rejection. So at this point here, because it's so close into market open, it does make me it's a little sketch to take positions into market open, extremely, extremely high risk. I'm not necessarily touching this in this area. Of course, your high risk entry is going to be over 50 cents. If you're not going to wait for that bearish break out of this wedge and see if it retests, here's your riskier entry in this area here. And if you were to take that entry above, say 50 cents, I wouldn't hold 47.5 cents is, 46 cents. This area here, I wouldn't hold it below this wick low. That's where you want to get out of the trade. That's what I'm not liking below this wedge, but this is extremely, extremely tight entry and exit here. This is not the one I would necessarily take. This is just, if you're itching for a trade, which you never should be. You should be waiting for the good setups, not the mediocre ones. So again, on this one here, we're looking in our area here, an impulse and a hold. Unless if you do take an impulse break over this wick high area from pre-market, be ready to sell, have those hotkeys ready, or else you could get that hard rejection and come right down. And again, it's not this looks interesting, and we talked about this one a little bit. As far as GNS too, this is a top watch coming into pre-market here. I do think we could test the 73 cents again. I am not against that. So this is one we definitely want to watch into market open, this GNUS. TAOP, these are the China stocks. Again, like I said, they gap up overnight and you don't end up getting nothing on it unless you held it. BTBT, same thing. We were talking about, you could get a little bit from, nothing crazy I'm looking for. All right, so the market just opened. Let's put this CLXT up, excuse me, because that's the first one I want to watch. Here's our impulsive candle, kind of what we expect here. Remember, if you take that trade at 51 cents, you need to be ready to sell on the fly, because I believe we get some rejection. We come back down. I want to see retest out this wedge, and then we'll come back up and take that entry if we end up in that area. I need to check GNS here. This is the one I'm very, very interested in today. Even if it sells off down to this, say 54 cents area, I'm okay with that. So this is truly one of the top ones I'm watching. I actually want a line here and here. All right. CLXT. All right, so this is doing exactly kind of what we expected it to do. I'm going to flip through a couple here. My third monitor isn't working, so I'm stuck with the monitor I'm sharing with you. I don't have it on my side, and my second monitor's split. I don't know what happened to my third monitor. I'll grab another one this week so I could look at other charts while we're flipping through these up above me. All right. So the Silvergate is interesting as well. This is, $16 stock, something where you're not going to get 18, 20, 25% in 2, 3 candles, but it is interesting. We pick up this 21. It could be interesting for a little continuation. All right. This is a bounce we're looking for here. We're getting that flickering candle. We want to see what the volume gives us this next candle or two. And I'm just gonna watch this one for a minute. We're gonna watch this one for a minute because really a lot of this other stuff is selling off. Not interesting here. This one's a little bit interesting. If we could break up over that 211, say 212 area, 212, 213 area, I do like an entry in here. I don't like it off this double bottom. That's a lot of times you get that bear trap or bull trap, excuse me. I want to see a true push back up into that area here, or I wouldn't touch it. That's our nothingness chart. And like we talked about BTBT, expected that sell off a little. We've got our GNS, excuse me. I don't know why I keep saying GNUS. This GNS is interesting. Again, above 2 cents. I like. Let's put back on our CLXT. So we're going to dump out a little bit. I expect that impulsive move out of our wedge. That's what we're looking for. And then the pop back in. That's what I want to see. That's where I feel more comfortable. Something like this type of thing. Move out and then that break right back into there. That's what we want to see, something like this. Not necessarily all the way to that point, but that's what we want to see this chart do. I'm popping these cents. It's just lost 4% in the last minute. Ugly, ugly. This one, see that? That's why you don't take that first green candle. You see nothing. Let me check our GNS. It's doing nothing, nothing, nothing. Check a couple more. Okay, so this Bitcoin Mining Limited is interesting here. I think that this one hits its head around the $4 area. I'm not necessarily jumping in at this point. I don't see this stock in general doesn't really get those kind of. I know these Bitcoin type stocks, these mining type stocks. I don't see it going much higher than 410 to 420 if we're lucky. So I'm not jumping in just because we saw a 3-4% candle, 6% candle. I'm not convinced on that one. And Bitfarm, same thing. We've got Bitfarm selling off, Bitcoin mining popping up. Where's our BTBT? BTBT is selling off. So again, be very careful. Consider the source. Consider what you're trading. And that's how I feel with this one. So let's pop back up this one. All right. So we are attempting to break back into this wedge here. At this point here, I like it up over 48 cents. And this is a riskier entry. Be ready to take some profit at 51, 52 cents, which is 3 to 4%. Because we could get that hard rejection up at this wick high here from market open right at the top of this box. That's what I'm watching on this one. Where is my GNS? I still believe this one has a push to. I'm telling you, when we log off here, guys, and you're watching some stuff and you're watching some charts, watch this GNS. It's looking spicy. You heard it here first. Nothing might come of it. But anyone that missed the HKD trades, those trades of those stocks that were gapping up, 300, 400, 500%, gapping down, just as risky. Very, very similar setup on this. Very, very interesting. Just the way the candles are moving here. Top watch. All right, so this one we're still coming on down. We haven't hit entry. Let me switch this to one day. All right, here we go. See if anything is interesting to me. And we have days like this too. You're not going to risk. You're not going to jump in. This one I said I like above 212, 211. I'm not okay. MGOL. We do have a halt here. What's the float on this bad boy? Okay. This is going to be. How do I talk you through this? This is going to open above 620 in my expectation just by the float and this order chart here. I expect this to gap up on the open, say 620. These kind of trades, it's very touchy. It's very It's high risk. A lot of people will set an order at a price like, say, that 620. You set a limit order at that price. If you get filled, great. If you don't, you don't. These are this is like taking a lotto on a Tesla earnings play. And if it doesn't work out, it's gone. All right. Like, that's the reality of it. These were 4% and 6% candles, and we still had the volatility halt, which tells me we more than likely should gap up at the open of this one. I'm not going to check what time it opens. We'll come back to it. I can see it right on my screen here. I don't want to sit here and just talk about one that's halted. Let's watch that 620 area for the halt open, though. Another one honestly, in here, when we see these little dojis, not really a lot of volume, no volume action. Our second levels all just compounded 100, 400, 900, 300, 400. It's kind of just sitting in this area here. Nothing too exciting on this one, to be honest. I'm watching this area here. If we hit our head and kind of consolidate in this area here, and then have a nice wick that pops with some volume, could be a spicy entry. Nothing yet. Nothing on here. We're still selling off. So let's see if we get that push back up. That's what we're looking for on this one. Just flipping through here. And one of these days we're going to switch to Trading View as well. Just FYI, guys, we're going to get you all liking that Trading View. All right, so as you can see, this BTCM, do you see what I mean? This is why you don't jump in those crypto stocks. This is it right here. Sometimes not taking the trade is the win, guys. And that's just the reality of it. I know we're here to make money, but not losing money is winning as well. And you looked at the other two Bitcoin charts, and, this and that. We could get another candle. We could blast right here. At that point, however, I knew it was coming down, wasn't sustainable. All right, here we go. So there's our open we didn't gap up, but we did hit that 620. Now we've got that wick. So if you set your entry at 620, be very, very careful here. I want to see this candle above 640 easy, or we're coming back down. This candle needs to hit 640. All right, there we go. There we go. So there's 5%, hit a 620 entry. And it's high risk. It's really high risk setting a limit order at that 620. We could have went a little lower. We could have went 602, 603, 605. I thought we would gap up to that 620. I'm a little surprised we didn't, to be honest. Do like this chart. Do think there's some continuation there. If you have hotkeys you're trading with and you bought that limit buy, I would sell 80% of it right here. Keep just a teeny little bit to see what happens. Because when these come up like this, they come down just as quickly. And 3, 4, 5%, sometimes it's all we're looking for in these scalp trades, especially something with these flickering candles like this. We've got the volume. We've got the second level. We've got the time and sales for the true push, though. All right, so there's 660. So we are making higher highs each candle. There we go. That's the pop we expected to see. That flicker turning red here. I do expect us to come back. I was just going to say I do come back to this body low, which is right here. If we lose that, I think we come all the way down to at least our 55 MA. But I want to see us close. I want the bodies to equal out. I don't want this body to close lower than this body of this candle. So, like I said, in, out, quick. You've got to be like that. 50 cents on 620. It's 6, 7, 8% trade, depending if you had that limit buy set. So that's what you do, and you take it. You're in, you're out. You make a little bit of money, and you move on. You raise those stop losses on. Wait for the second trade. This is the type of chart that could give us spicy action for the rest of the day. You don't have to move off the chart even if you're not in the trade. So this is the bounce area I expect. That's where I wanted to see us hold. As I said, I do want to check our GNS, see what it's doing. Okay, it's selling off a little bit, so we don't care about that one anymore. Let's put that MGOL back on for now. So, I mean, nothing, no 25%ers like last week, but 6, 7%, you gotta take that with a day trade sometimes. The big boys are coming when we flip to the Discord and start trading our options. It's it's really strange day trading and having no clue what way the market's running right now, because I'm on the equity side right now. I used to do that, back in the day, but for the last year or so, I've been very options oriented in the market open. All right. So if so this trade, we're starting to get a nice flicker here. I actually kind of do like the entry here, 46 and a half cents. Your safer entry, of course, is above that 48. That's what we're looking here. Because I want to see us break back up over this wedge. As you can see, it's still that same line. We're still on that minute chart. This is where we're hitting our head. We break up into there, and we should have a very nice pop. We had our bearish breakdown. Now we're at that retest. So we're still in indecision. We haven't decided we're coming back into this wedge by any means, shape, or form. That's why that 48 cents is your safer entry. Your 45 cents is risking it a little bit, wanting to be 6-8% before the confirmation. Really, let's be real. It's just about making more money and higher risk, higher reward. That's the name of the game. So that's what we're looking at here. Where is our MGOL? All right, so here's this. We could get another halt right here, to be honest. I would be very, very surprised if we don't have either a test of the 670 or the test of 525 in the next 5 minutes. There's very, very volatile candles right here. So we're gonna wait and see what happens. We have $500,000 to $1 million volume 1 minute candles, which is what you're looking for in these type of trades. We already had the first volatility halt up, so that put everybody's eyes on it. Plus, it's top 10 on the morning, so that gets eyes on it already automatically. People see that halt, they gravitate towards that chart. That's just the reality of it. We're at 45 cents on CLXT, so we're not worried about that. Let's see okay, so our CYAD did hit our $1.31 entry and hit $1.53, so that's 15% right there. I mean, $1.31 to $1.45 is 10%. Add your other 8%. There we go. I mean, this is already in these two candles 20%. If you set that buy where we set our buy, $1.31, 15 to 18% right there. Obviously, I did not have a buy set at that price, but like I said, with this, there we go, right there. That right there is 28%. If you had that limit buy set at the $1.31 we were talking about, that's 28% in 3 minutes. I mean, can't get any easier than that, right? And like I said, don't try to buy everything as I'm flipping through the charts. You pick one of the setups you like. I give you the setup on every chart. Pick what you like, stick with it. Have your buys ready to go. Make your money on the chart that works for you, because I could flip through them all. I mean, so, we're at 40 cents up here, 45 cents up. So we're already 30%, over 30% on that push right there. If you are in, scale out of 80% at least right now. And I wouldn't even set a stop for the rest. 10% stop. Sorry, I didn't mean don't set a stop. I meant don't set a 5% stop. 10% stop max, on that 30%. Don't give it all back. That's exactly what we're looking for. I mean, this thing literally popped from $1.13 to $1.74 in 10 minutes. Of course, that wasn't our entry. We took the safer entry. We took that $1.31. What more can you ask for? 5 minutes of your time, 30%. I mean, let's be real. I'm frustrated. I missed this one. I didn't have the limits buy set on that one. So now what, Amy? So now this is our area we're looking at right here. This is where I want to see us hold, is this area here. If we come back, bounce in this area here, and continue, this thing could easily break $2 today. It's going to keep going, though. We didn't even sniff that. This should hit $1.80 on this candle. There we go, $1.80. Love it. The flicker. Everybody that live trades with me knows what I'm talking about when I talk about the flicker of the candle. That's what you're looking for. That's what you want in day trading, live trading. It is 8:45. We are shifting to the Discord. Set your stops on your trades. Watch that GNS. I don't care if it's selling off. Watch that GNS this week. That is a high watch. I will see you guys in the Discord in 2 minutes. Bye.